Hello, in the new video. Today we're going to take a look at the Halloween Cup, which now is available in Pokemon Go. Again, for 1 week here. Going to be an interesting cup, going to be very interesting. Of course, you can still run the Great League Cup there. Great League is also still available. But yeah, this team is a team that I basically also had in my top 10 video team. I just changed the Shadow Scissor for the Golbat because I have my Shadow Scissor powered up for the Ultra League nowadays. And yeah, this team is kind of based for trying to counter Toxapex with my backline, trying to bait out potential answers for the Wormadam in the back there as well. And I have to say, it went okay-ish, to be honest. I still have to get used to the meta, but one question, how many Toxapex did we face in this video? Guess us now in the comment section, please. We can take a look at this later again, but yeah, this team was trying to counter all those Toxapex, but now we're just countering those victory bells, which is also something that the Wormadam can do. Wormadam is a Pokemon that can easily destroy all those poison types in the meta, especially something else like Nidoqueen here. You're also going to see that you don't really have to even fear the Earth Power. Earth Power is neutral thanks to your bug typing, so there is no lot that you can really have to fear here. And Wormadam is definitely one of the coolest or best Pokemon that you can run in the current meta here. I think this might be the best anti-meta Pokemon here. Of course, it's still a meta Pokemon, but it's against basically the top 6 or something in the league. They are all weak against this Pokemon. Something like a Frostus doesn't want to face it. Something unlike the poison types don't really want to face it. And this is very amazing in this meta. I have more teams planned where I'm also going to use this Pokemon, but I definitely didn't think about the Galvantula when I built this team. Something that I should have thought about, because now I'm kind of screwed with this. I can go for one Ice Beam here. I will be able to get the final shield as well, and now we are 2 shields up, so I'm expecting them to not go directly for a discharge. And of course they go for a discharge, so this game is over and I will not win this game there. I think it was still been a little bit closer, like a little bit more difficult to win this still, even if they went for the bait there. We see something where I was... yeah, kind of stupid. We saw a very decent lead for us, but we also see here the ASCAF coming in. I thought this was a Wormadam. That's why I went to my own Wormadam, because I thought, okay, now I have a decent match up here. I have a really decent rank Wormadam. I have some internet connection issues here as well. I just swapped to my own Wi-Fi. I think it was my internet, but I'm not sure actually. It could have been also the game itself. And yeah, against Escavalier, we are not able to win this matchup, of course. And now we cannot realign, which is of course a little bit awkward, because I expect them to have an answer for me in the back, which is going to be the Toxicroak, but this is kind of okay. I'm going to bait them first here, as we see here now them going for one Mud Bomb. They didn't even build up to the Sludge Bomb there, as we can go for one Ice Beam, get the shield, which is amazing for us. I was really scared that they wouldn't shield this, because it wasn't a clear shield from them. And I was kind of scared that I made the wrong decision, but like this, I can go for one Play Rough now. This Play Rough will nearly knock them out, or actually knock them out. Let's see. That's going to actually knock them out already. And we see the Tyranta coming in, which cannot really do anything against the Azumarill anymore. And even though we completely got lost with that Say-Swap there and thought it was something else, we can still win this game. Next opponent, we see a Dragalge against us in the lead. And this is a little bit awkward. They swap into the Frostus. I should have swapped out way earlier already into my Wormadam, by the way, but I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I think this team is really nice. I think this team is really amazing, but I also think that I completely horrible play my matches currently, so... that's also that. Like, I could have played this match way better. I could have swapped out way earlier. I didn't have to invest a shield then. I would have been able to get either the shield or switch advantage from the Frostus, but like this. We at least see the Azumarill coming in here, but it's also again a little bit awkward, because we kinda have to keep our Azumarill as an answer for the opponent's Dragalge, because our Golbat cannot really do anything against it. And I kind of wanted to keep my Wormadam as well. I try to get some extra energy here. We see the Dragalge coming in, but now we have to make a call. Do they go for the Gang Shot? Do they not go for the Gang Shot? Do they go for the bait? And in my opinion, going for a bait here is still pretty safe for them. And let's see what they're going to do. We're going to not shield it up, and they go for the Gang Shot. If I just shielded there, I would have easily won this game. There was nothing they could have done, and because they didn't do this, and we will now get the final shield with my Wormadam, we will have no chance of winning this anymore. It's a guessing game. 50-50 scenario. If they go for the bait there, they can get to the move afterwards, and they will be able to then align. It's, yeah, you have to call it. I didn't call it here and that's going to lose me the game. Would have been a definitely easy winnable game if I just called it correctly there. Like if I shielded, I would have been fine. If I didn't shield and they went for the Aqua Tail, I would have been fine. But like this, I'm not fine. We see another Frost that's coming in. I have still no idea what I want to do here. So we're going to go into our Wormadam now because the lead from them seems to be pretty decent against me here. Usually against their lead, your Azure of course is pretty decent against the Marowak, even though your charge moves are all resisted. Against this process we can go for an Iron Head here, which will knock them out, and we will see that they actually go back into their Marowak of course, but they're running the move Hex as a fast move instead of the Fire Spin. We can go into our Azumarill, should still be pretty fine. We can bait that we have the what's called the Hydro Pump here. Let's see if it works. We can go for one Play Rough. Let's see if they want to shield this move up here. And still I would be able maybe to go for some nice strong moves with my Pokemon in the back, which is going to be the Golbat. But no, we see a Nidoqueen in the back there. You might think you have Wing Attack, they have Poison Jab, and Poison Jab is resisted, and Wing Attack is not resisted, and Wing Attack is Stab, and Poison Jab is Stab. You should be fine here. No, I am not fine. The main reason for this is that they double resist poison moves with their Pokemon, so while our Poison Fang here does no damage, basically they do still some nice damage with their move, and sadly they can of course farm me down with a 1 HP basically there nearly. And we go down to, no, we're not going down here immediately, but we will go down to this Marowak as we have to try to farm them down. And they have a ton of energy because they're running Hex instead of the move Fire Spin. So yeah, this is kind of unfortunate. Again, I think I could have played it better, but so be it. Next game, we're going to see the next opponent having a Azumarill against a Wormadam, a shiny Wormadam. This is a horrible lead, to be honest. You have to stay in here. There's not a lot that you can do here. But it's actually not as bad as you might think. Yes, your moves are all resisted, but also your Wormadam doesn't really seem to do as much pressure, especially if they go for the wrong move. Go for Iron Head, please, against an Azumarill. Don't go for Bug Buzz. Bug is resisted by the Fairy typing. But we can still go for some play-offs here. We will be able to go for another charge move here. We already got a shield from them because they thought it would be a different move. But yeah, we can go into our Golbat now. And this was a horrible play again by me. I didn't know what I'm doing, to be honest. I thought I would be fine here. I would have been able to maybe even catch the potential Bug Buzz against the Azo again. But we at least be able to realign. We can go for another move here. And we will be able to go ahead and go into our Azumarill again against this Mandibuzz. We have to wait out the switch clock as we get greeted by one Nidoqueen. Hopefully they're going to shield this move up because I really want them to shield this move up. We actually get the final shield and we will be able to go into our Wormadam. Wormadam can farm them down. Of course, I just had a bad day, to be honest. Like, I literally shield everything that's wrong and don't shield like these stronger moves. I'm going to let this move go through, and at least this is a Poison Fang, but I had such bad luck, basically, bad calling there. Like, just, I don't, like, no, I guess I just didn't have a decent day there, calling the right moves, but it is fine. We actually still went positive with the team, by the way. It's not even though that we went that horrible with this team. I'm pretty sure we still went positive, or yeah, we will see at least here that we're still going to be able to win this game as well. But yeah, I could have played things better. Next opponent afterwards, let's see who we're going to face. Now we're going to face Frank the Tank with a Tapu Fini in the lead. This is okay, but I'm going to swap out because my Pokemon in the back feel like a little bit better. And we can actually go for one Poison Fang here against them, and we will be able to do some pretty decent damage, super effective. Going to do some nice damage against them. Defense drops, but they're going to swap out after this turf anyway into their Marowak, which now sadly does not allow me to go for one Shadow Ball, but it does allow me to go for one Poison Fang, which will at least drop their defenses, which is nice for my Azumarill to farm this thing down. We get Shadow Boned, but it is fine as we can just farm it all the way down. We should not even have to throw another charge move because of the bubble damage, thanks to the shadow damage bonus there from the opponent, and also the debuff before just does enough damage. So we can go for one Ice Beam here against the Speedrill. We will go into our Wormadam, and their Pokemon are already so low that our fast moves will just be enough to knock them all out. We can let this move go through because the Poison Jab from Beedrill is doing literally nothing to me, so we will be able to win this game, and it's going to be a good game. Next opponent going to be actually my brother here. we will see a MEweedle in the lead, and because, yeah, we got some lag there, by the way. I want to swap out immediately, but it didn't work. But I know his team already. I know that they are running all the time the Shadow Sharpedo in the back, and I literally had to play for this. I know that I cannot align my Wormadam against it because Wormadam does no damage against it. So we kind of have to realign our Pokemon here. They're going to shield this move up. I have to shield up the next move as well. I have to realign. Definitely this is needed, and I have to hope that I can go for another Shadow Ball against their Beedrill. But sadly, smart as they are, they have their move stored. They can go for one X's, and it actually, even though it's double resisted, it will knock me out. I can go to my Wormadam, I can go now to my Azumarill, and you might think Azumarill against Sharpedo should be a decent matchup, right? Wrong. Sharpedo has the move Poison Fang. Sharpedo also gets to the move pretty fast because Poison Fang itself is so cheap. And this means Azumarill basically gets KO'd pretty easily by this Pokemon here. I, of course, will not be able to farm down a Dark type, and sadly they get to another move here. And yes, I might have made a mistake here by not trying to farm more energy, but I was also like thinking that the waterfall, the move damage there from waterfall would most likely do enough. And I sadly will not be able to reach another Iron Head, but I literally had to do 2 more fast moves against them before, and I don't think it would have helped. So like, it was just hard wall, to be honest. Like, we just got hard countered from the get-go. We tried to still flip it, but didn't work out. Still a good game there. As we see the Dragalge in the lead again. This time around, maybe we played a little bit better. We can go for an Ice Beam here, as Ice Beam is super effective against this Dragon-type Pokemon. We will be able to just go ahead and swap now into the move. Maybe it's a Gunk Shot, maybe they bait us. Let's see, it's going to be a bait, of course. Gunk Shot would have been cool because it's resisted, but still the Gunk Shot would have done a ton of damage. We see the Umbreon coming in, which is decent for us, as we can go ahead and go for the Poison Fangs, which are going to debuff the opponent's defenses, which makes the matchup for the Azumarill even better for us. And also we're gonna get out the Dark type for the Pokemon in the back that we have here with our Wormadam, which we really don't want to face there. We see them going for another charge move, which is going to be the last resort, which is going to do a ton of damage. Actually does always a little bit more than I expected it to do. And we can go ahead and go for one Ice Beam now. Knock them out. Let's see what they have in the back. They're going to have in the back their own Azumarill, which is fine for us. We can go ahead and go for some play roughs here. We have the same, we have like the same Pokemon here, but we also know that Wormadam going to have a decent chance here. And just in case they're going to run the Hydro Pump, which they actually do, we're going to shield up here. I didn't expect this whatsoever, but they're actually running the Hydro Pump, which we have to shield here again. But again, Wormadam is one of the strongest Pokemon in terms of bulk as well, which means we can take those moves a little bit easier than other Pokemon can. We can go for an Iron Head here and we'll be able to get the shield. We try to go for our next move and we will be able to get there as well. And this one will also get them close to being knocked out, but sadly it doesn't. And this one doesn't also knock them out, so we have to go for one more fast move to knock them out. But they are sniping me here with their Dragalge. Dragalge will not like this Ice Beam. This Ice Beam will knock out the Dragalge. And we should be having a pretty easy game here at the end, because Azumarill would have taken any move anyway. They were 1 HP and this is going to be a good game. Next opponent, we see a Scrafty in the lead. Decent lead for us, as we can go ahead and stay in here because we have nothing else other than our Azumarill really for this Pokemon. It's something that you usually try to bait out with the Golbat, because Golbat has access to Shadow Ball as well. You can bait and get some shields from them as well in the matchup. So yeah, it's still fine that we get it against our Azumarill right now. We can also just keep it alive here, because we know against this Scrafty, we're still going to have our Golbat there. So we can go ahead and go for one play rough here. We will be able to knock them out with 3 more bubbles, and they actually can still get to another charge move here, which is crazy. And we will be able to go for one more play rough now against this Wormadam. Wormadam will definitely take it pretty easily. But what we did with this is put him into a range where we can go for just one charge move with our own Wormadam, and we should be fine. We see the Scrafty coming in, and we can now go into our Golbat and have a decent time here with the Poison Fang. We should be able to beat them down. We get the debuff here, and we're also going to do more damage with our fast move, which is nice. We can go for another move here as well. But we're going to have to shield up something soon, as this one I don't really want to face with my Wormadam. So we will be able to take this one foul play, but we're going to shield the next one here. Trying to still go for one more debuffing move with the Poison Fang should get us into a range where we will easily win this final matchup here, as this one will put them easily into range for one Iron Head even. but you get to the Bug Buzz and Iron Head at the same time. We have some lag again, but it doesn't really matter, as a one more charge move will be able to knock them out. And that's going to be it for the video. We didn't see a single Toxapex, and I literally just built a team to counter Toxapex. Isn't this nice? Amazing. But yeah, it's going to be it for the video. Thanks for watching. This team definitely works. I still went positive with this team, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.